change that channel or the Negaforce might zap your poodle into pudding. Just kidding. Don't go away, and that means you. I'll be back. So you think a bad hair day is no fun? Try getting stuck on a bus to nowhere. I mean, Luna was there too, but hey, she is just a cat, okay? All she ever does is yak at me. Do this, do that. Then Ray, the girl from that cool temple, got sucked into the vortex too. Oh, talk about confusing. I mean, what was she doing there? Was she from the Negaverse?
Sailor Moon will be right back. And now, more Sailor Moon.
Stick around while I snarf a snack. I'll make it quick, don't worry. Did you believe all those ugly green buses just vanishing into thin air? I mean, why can't they all be pink? It's too bad we can't make all that grody brown smog just disappear, too. But there is something you can do about it, like encouraging your parents and friends to carpool, or take a bus or a train instead of a car, or use your feet to walk or bike instead of driving. The lungs you save may be yours. Now, it's Sailor Secret time. Did you know that Queen Barrel's henchmen are named after minerals? And Queen Barrel is, too. Guess that's because they've got rocks in their heads. Remember, you heard it here first. In today's show, I met Ray and found out she was Sailor Mars. And together, we saved a bunch of girls from a bus to the Negaverse. Oh, being a superheroine's major work. I need to take a quick snooze. But don't you take one, because I'll be right back. Oops, I almost forgot. It's mail time. Oh, silly me. I am getting so popular. The postman said he'd buy me a fax machine if I would just persuade my fans to send fan faxes instead of fan letters. Oh, let's see. Here's one from Stephanie Guerreri in Wayside, New Jersey. She says, Dear Sailor Moon, what are those goofy round things on your head? Goofy? Like even? You just wish you had something as unique and beautiful. If only Darian would stop calling them meatballs. Okay, here's one from Rachel Sonsky in North Hollywood, who wants to know, why does Sailor Mars have such a bad temper? Well, Rachel, personally, I think that's because she eats too many veggies and not enough fun food. She could use a few hot fudge sundaes. So could I. Not a bad idea. Well, that's all the letters for now. I want to tell you about my friend Lita. When she transferred to my school, all the kids were scared of her. They said Lita was a real thrash and trash karate expert who got kicked out of her old school. No one would go near her, except me. I wasn't scared at all. Well, okay, so I noticed she had an exceptionally well-stocked lunchbox. Anyway, we became great buds, and now those nega-dweebs had better think twice before messing with us. Because with Lita on board, they're toast. Burnt toast. Don't touch that dial, or your hair's gonna get split ends. And that means you. Help! Someone help! I was in one major uncool predicament. Game Machine Man had me aced, even with all my Sailor Moon powers. You'd think I'd be scared, but nope, not me. I was cool as ice. In a microwave. You think if I start crying really loud, this nega creep might back off?
Sailor Moon will be right back.
Don't fool with that remote, or Game Machine Man might get you. I'll be right back. Lita makes the way coolest Sailor Jupiter, doesn't she? That girl sure likes action. I am so glad she's on my side. Of course, there are other ways to resolve differences, like talking about it. And if that doesn't work, try shouting about it! Just kidding. The important thing is to listen and hear how the other person feels. I mean, maybe your differences aren't as great as you think. So, listen first, yell later. That's my motto, even if I don't always follow it. See ya! Hi-ho! I'm Sailor Moon, champion of justice. Today, I'm going to show you how Sailor Venus and Artemis joined me and the other Sailor Scouts, and how we all discovered our grand destiny. Pretty heavy stuff, huh? So, get ready for some major moon action. Here we go. Moon Prism Power. I'm coming back, so don't touch that dial or the Negaforce might zap ya. I'll be right back, so don't go away, or I might start crying. There we were, about to get squished. Tuxedo Mask was hurt, so he couldn't help us. Hold on. Okay, like I was saying, we were about to get flattened like road pizzas. Speaking of which, excuse me. Oh, just watch. You'll see what happens.
Sailor Moon will be right back.
Don't go away, because there's more Major Moon action coming up fast. Oops, you caught me. Okay, so I love to chow down. But now, thanks to the other Sailor Scouts, I'm eating fruits and vegetables more often, drinking lots of water, and getting plenty of exercise. The last part's easy, since I have to run around saving the world all the time. Hey, it's Sailor Secret time. Did you know that Sailor V was a sailor even before I was? Artemis kept her busy fighting crime and saving the world, and she was so cool, they even made a movie and a video game about her. In today's episode, you saw how the Sailor Scouts teamed up with Sailor Venus and Artemis to defeat Malachite and Zoisite. Now that all of us are working together, we're a pretty fantastic team. Megaspores beware. Remember, when we first met, we had no idea who the Moon Princess was. Do you? If so, don't tell, because if you keep on watching, we'll all find out. It's mail time! I wish I could answer them all. Let's see. This one's from Little Jeffy Wernick of Burbank, who wants to know, can boys be Sailor Scouts? As if. The answer is not on your life, Bean Brain. Let's see. This one is from Ian Crawford of San Mateo. He says, Dear Sailor Moon, what are your favorite and least favorite subjects? Well, that's easy. My least favorite is dieting. Okay, so it's not really a subject, but the very thought of not being able to eat whatever I want is just too much to bear. As for my favorite, well, since there aren't any classes in shopping, I'd have to say music. I love all kinds of music, from elevator to country and everything in between. If only I could sing, I could have been a big star. Well, that's enough for now. I want to tell you more about Luna and Artemis. Before they came to Earth, they had really important jobs on the moon. Of course, that was before Queen Beryl went and wrecked the place. Guess that's why Luna thinks she can boss me around so much. Why can't she just chill like Artemis? I know what'll really get her goat. Did you know Luna has a boyfriend? A big, fat oaf of a cat named Hercules. So there, Luna, your secret's out. Oh, I'm sorry, Luna.
Sailor Moon will be right back.
Don't touch that remote. I'll be back in a sec. And that means you. Find out who I really am. Talk about a toasty elevator ride. There was no way out of getting royally roasted unless I transformed into Sailor Moon. But then Darien would know who I really am. Oh, what a panic attack moment. That fungus-faced Zoisite had me in a major bind. If you were in my place, what would you do?
Sailor Moon will be right back.
Don't change that channel or the Negaverse might get you. I'll be right back. Poor Darien got injured by that nasty virus Zoisite. You probably won't ever run up against Negaverse dweebs. But anyone can get hurt if they're not careful. Like rushing around too fast without looking where you're going and taking a fall. Happens to me all the time. So I'm trying hard to pay attention to what I'm doing and where I'm heading. I try so hard not to be an accident waiting to happen. I can't help it. Take it from me. Just take your time. It's safer. See you soon. Hey there, Sailor Moon here, champion of justice. On behalf of the moon, I show right wrongs and triumph over evil. Today, we're going into the past to find out where Luna came from. As for the future, I don't know. Don't ask me. Ray's the psychic. So, here we go. Moon, prism, power. Don't mess with that remote. Queen Beryl might zap you. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere, and that means you. I'm coming back. So now you know what happened to Queen Serenity, my lunar mother. I never liked Beryl before, but now that ugly spore-faced spawn of a snake is gonna pay big time. But first, I've got to take care of that negatode Malachite. be right back, so stick around, or I'll be majorly bummed. I found out there's more to being a princess than waving a wand and wearing cool clothes. It's like growing up. I mean, sure, you get more freedom and control of your life, but that means new responsibilities, too. Like taking out the trash for your mom before she has to nag you, and cleaning up your room and doing your homework without even being told. Growing up's fun, but don't forget your responsibilities. Okay, it's Sailor Secret time. Remember that cool party they were having on the moon? Well, guess what? It was a party for me, the moon princess. I just gotten engaged to Darian, the handsome prince of the earth. And then that horrible Queen Beryl came along and spoiled everything. I can't stand that wicked negafungus. So, the sailors and I found out how Beryl wasted the moon and how Queen Serenity, my lunar mother, saved me and the other princesses so we could fight again, which we'll be doing again in just a second. So, don't book out on me. I just love getting fan mail, especially when it comes from faraway places like San Francisco. Let's see. This one's from Charlie August. He says, Dear Sailor Moon, if you're such a big scaredy cat, how come you always end up fighting the Negaverse instead of running away? Well, I read somewhere that courage is when you're scared silly, but you do the right thing anyway. Guess that means me, especially the scared silly part. This letter is from Jordan Beck of Chicago, and he wants to know how I can eat so much junk food and not gain weight. Well, it must be those industrial strength workouts I get fighting Queen Beryl. Or maybe it's just good genes. Do I know? These letters give me a humongous appetite. I wonder if any hamburger places deliver. Of course, if you're a Sailor Scout, you gotta watch out for strange delivery guys, because you never can tell who's gonna turn out to be some sneaky weasel from the Negaverse. Speaking of which, you gotta stick around for the next episode of my show, because it's a biggie. The major mission to end all missions. Beryl finally pushes me too far. No more Miss Nice Girl. Get this. Beryl's brainwashed Darian into believing he's my enemy. As if. Oh, things were so much simpler back when I was just plain Serena. Sometimes I wish I could just forget about this moon stuff. Luna says be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So what's wrong with that? Don't change that channel, and that means you. I'll be back. This is almost too much for one princess to bear. I mean, first, all my Sailor Scout friends get zapped trying to protect me, and then Darian, my heroic tuxedo mask, fighting for the Negaverse? Oh, the nerve! And then, just when I'm finally getting through to him, Queen Beryl blasts us with all she's got.
Sailor Moon will be right back.
Things started out in the dumps for me and the Sailor Scouts. I mean, I was big time scared, but I knew I couldn't give up, because if I did, Beryl and her Negascum would have taken over the world. What it comes down to is, no matter what happens, you gotta be true to yourself and the people you care about. I mean, I might complain a lot, but when it comes to my friends, well, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Besides, everything turned out all right in the end. See you around.